man.
Okay. Right, so you guys are...
I was about to say, before we kick off, do you want to hear what I've been typing? Because it's quite amusing.
Yeah, please do.
2 seconds.
God damn it. I'm on tenterhooks.
Right, so the conversation goes, her talking about her dog, and her looking, so there's a massive daddy long legs at the end of the bed, except now it's hiding, and my dog's just looking at me like, why am I not in bed anymore? Because she's obviously jumped out of bed. I'm just like, panic time! And she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, you need to steel your resolve, draw a figurative set of testicles, and fuck its shit up. She's like, I think I got it, but I don't know. I was like, you're fucking Galactus, devour that cunt like the world devourer you are. Like, it's a good time, I don't know anymore. I think this is a fucking game.
What a conversation.
This is evolution at work.
I think this is made stupider by the voice that you...
I'm not doing a voice.
I know you're not, but that's...
It was the Galactus comment that got me.
That's her nickname.
Okay.
That's what I call her, because she's always fucking hungry, and I tell her I feel like the Silver Surfer, and she doesn't get what I mean. She's like, I just lead you to food, and she's like, oh, that kind of is true. I'm like, I know. That's why it's depressing.
Well, you know who you sound like?
I don't know. Graham?
No, one of fucking... sometimes when you're saying certain phrases, you sound like one of, like, Sleeswin's sisters. It's really funny.
Right, I'm good to go, Graham.
Anywho.
Let's go.
Best year.
Okay, previously. Why is there 19
Dragon Ball Z.
19 just keep randomly appearing. Right, okay. You guys are outside the city of Valasar. You are with Mira and yourselves. You have been told that you must travel to Fjalgar. Fjalgar is to northwest.
Yep.
There's a kind of pathway that road.
Graham?
Yes.
Would going cross-country be faster? Or is the path the quickest way of going?
Path is probably the quickest way. It's like it's a fairly well-used trade route. So it's a kind of like decent wide road. Like it's decently laid out. It's like
I assume it's probably reasonably safe in that respect as well. Then, if it's a reasonable trade route.
That's fair.
Whereas going cross country might be a little faster, but it's probably going to be.
You also notice that as much as the kind of like the leaving ceremony is like a ceremony, a lot of the people that were leaving literally turned around and walked back inside. Because a lot of the sponsors are based in Valasar, which is why you were kind of asked like, if I'm Fjalgar, because
she knows that we would maybe want to prefer to have a very quick transition on the sponsor detail.
Yeah, well, what a lot of people do is, like, a lot of people are born in Valasar and are sponsored in Valasar, so their journey is literally, they sit there for about 10 months and then head off. Or not 10 months, 9 months, and then head off to Journey's End, and that's it. That's what some of them do. However, it's a lot less than it used to be, because they started doing this whole kind of thing of, like, gaining the blessing of the people, and only the most like just and noble would become the ascended and all that kind of thing. So now what a lot of people, or a lot of the girls do, are sponsored, is they'll head out after maybe 3 or 4 months, and they'll go around a lot of the kind of like major towns and temples, and just kind of go around and be like, oh hello, I'm a prospect, can I help you in any way? And then just basically throw money at them until
pour themselves out.
Yeah, kind of. It's like it depends who you're with, really. But anyway, you're with Mira, so as you're kind of like heading out, she's like, do you want to head straight to Fjalgar, or should we do anything else? Or I'd say it's up to you guys at this point.
As long as the others are okay with it, I'm happy to go to Fjalgar. I think, as long as it's okay with yourself, on our journey back, I would quite like to go and visit my people. And I know that they would be quite willing to see yourself.
Where are your people?
Obviously, I am of the Valmeller. We are a very old travelling race.
You're from the plains.
I am.
Oh well.
As a what are they called again? The prospect.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a prospect, I feel that you would learn quite a lot from a conversation with elders.
I see. Well, I would. I look forward to it. I believe the planes are on route to Journey's End. We could.
They certainly are.
There.
I would be able to track them down from the entrance to the plains and work out where they are.
Excellent. Okay. So basically, at this point, you guys are just kind of like beginning to head down the route, and it's like traveling. The way I'm planning on doing it is that do it fairly like this is going to be quite like normal travel speed. It's not as if I'm just going to like be like you suddenly in Fjolgar kind of thing. Like it'll be kind of like slow, steady, like traveling there.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, as you guys head off,
Are we on foot or do we have horses?
you're always on foot. You've got to travel on foot.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do we have horses with like some of her shit on it, or is it just literally like bare bones?
No, at this point, you're literally just
Cool.
Tidy.
right. So heading off towards, or like literally walking down the road, seeing a signpost that says like Felgar that way, Akir that way, and you kind of like go, well, we're going to go this way, and you start heading up.
Yep.
So you travel for the remainder of the day, and as it starts to get dark, you kind of like are moving through a lot of the kind of like the outer towns outside of Alisar. So Mira says, as much as I wish to make our travel swift, I feel we should rest somewhere nearby for the.
I kind of pipe up. So I do agree. Our travel should be swift. However, we do have more than enough time to make the journey. However, I would suggest maybe that we stay in inns that you are and taverns that you are maybe less accustomed to, mainly for security reasons. It's quite odd. It would be quite odd to see a prospect in some of the lower taverns. So people who are looking for you might not find you there.
I would towns, but it's the best thing to do. Then I'm happy to do so.
I as much as I agree with your reasoning, I don't see any reason why someone would be wanting to hurt or hinder our prospect.
Again, I'm just being pessimistic. I don't would rather be safe than.
I agree, but I would say that the nature of our journey and the nature of our job is, as you say, to keep her safe. And I would feel entirely happy doing such a thing in wherever we stopped, as long as Mira is happy with where we're staying.
Oh well, I'd heard tales of prospects going missing or being killed on their journey, but I believed them to be tales. Like other protectors are sworn to not harm other prospects, so I can't see why there would be any problems. It's just kind of like looking around, just like looking between you, just being like, right, guys, right?
I nod and say, yeah, I would strongly.
I nod and agree that other protectors may not be. Well, sorry, other protectors may not be our issue. It might be other individuals that have a similar background to I. However, if you would feel safer in a more upmarket inn, we can definitely assist that and make sure we protect you adequately.
You had a point to make, Thonan?
What do we get out of this?
And what times do you mean, from the entire journey or from this?
Yeah, like we protect you and go along with all this. Then you ascend and do whatever, and then what do we get?
Well, you're revered and are seen as being like champions of the realm. You will be given riches and wealth and.
Mira.
Yes.
I'll field this one. Do you know how prospects and the protectors are revered in villages from here to basically anywhere in the kingdom?
Right.
All the women, any number, pigs, 10-foot poles, grease, you name it, you have it.
Okay, I'm on board.
She's kind of looking at you down. She looks at Hagon and be like, Greece? What? I don't understand.
Mira, the less you know, the less you'll worry.
I see.
You just kind of see my shoulders like chuckle under my like dress.
Okay.
Not literal dress, as in what I'm wearing.
So
I'd like to weigh in. that we should stay in the poorer part of town.
Right, as you're kind of discussing this, she kind of looks at you and she's like, I must say I have a slight confession to make. I don't actually have any money with me.
Well, that's +1 for me.
I see.
My other point was actually logical, being that rich people can afford assassins and poisons, and poor people can't afford shit.
That's fair.
That is a
This
good
was,
point.
Looks like we're going to be slumming it, folks. I mean,
This is the point I was trying to make earlier.
To each their own.
So yeah, she's. I don't know. She looks quite nervous, as if like this. She wasn't really like, I don't know. As if like it'd been explained, but she didn't really. Like, she was like, "Oh, you're going to go on a journey. It's going to be great. You'll have a great time." Like, it wasn't really like explained to her the whole like what she'd have to do, and like she's never really been in a situation where she's needed to like carry gold and stuff. So she's now just like,
I kind of brought in and was like, Myra, how about we'll make a compromise here. We'll find somewhere between both our points where we all feel happy, and we'll ease you into the life on the road, as my friends and I are used to.
Okay.
And if worse comes to worse, I've spent most of my life living rough, living in the plains. So if we need to sleep outdoors, I can make it as comfortable for you as you need.
Okay. Yeah, I'm more than happy to do that. Shall we go and look for a place that suits us both then? Sounds
fantastic.
Okay. So.
It's a little town that we're going into, isn't it?
Well, there's lots of kind of like these are like the larger towns. These are probably like the biggest towns you're going to find in the continent.
Near the capital makes
yeah,
sense.
they're kind of like suburbs, really.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking for I would be thinking of looking for somewhere that's like not falling down, but it's also not like lavish as fuck.
Right.
Does she have a cloak?
Yeah, she's got a kind of like woolen cloak thing on her. It looks very kind of like if you imagine. I think like the kind of thing that the dwarves wear in Lord of the Rings, where they've got the kind of like big furry cloak things on.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have anything to prove that she's a prospect?
That she was brought out and assigned to you within like everyone else.
Just to other people.
Oh, to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been given a kind of like amulet thing as like a sign of it.
Would I know that she has this?
You probably would, yeah. It basically allows you a lot of privileges, and it allows you a lot of things. It's basically like a kind of rite of passage, where she hasn't been given gold because it's assumed that she probably won't need gold.
Yeah.
Whereas you guys might, or it depends on the place. Like some places will be like, the prospect can stay for free. You guys have to pay, or you get stuff and whatever. Like it depends, like place to place.
Okay.
But yeah, so. But
I turn to Mira and I say, I understand you have an amulet to show that you are a prospect. I would ask that you keep that relatively hidden until it is called for, to keep our business unknown to others.
Okay. Right. So you guys are looking for a kind of fairly decent place. Nothing. Like not the fanciest place, but like not.
We're looking middle of the road, Graham.
Middle of the road, cool. Right. So you find a.
Not literally, though. That would just be awkward.
It actually would, yeah.
You find a place called the Dancing Dog.
The Dancing Dog.
And after going inside, you are kind of like greeted, being like, "Oh, hello," and there's so you walk in and there's like. It's kind of like one of those restaurant things where there's literally someone at the door. So like as soon as you walk in, there's somebody standing behind a little like wooden thing, like just waiting for you, and it's just a kind of like human girl. Looks kind of like, I don't know, like kind of early teens, and just kind of standing there being like, "How can I help you? Welcome to the Dancing Dog."
Perchance, do you have any rooms for the evening?
She looks down. She's like, we have a couple of rooms, yes. Is there, like, how many would you be looking for? And she looks around and she's like, 3?
4.
4, and she kind of looks over and looks down, and then she's like, 4, yes, okay.
I look back and say, 3.
I stare her right in the fucking eyes and just be like, too old.
I turn back and say, three will be do. Three will be fine.
Okay. So she's kind of like she looks kind of confused at this, and she's like, right, okay, well, yeah, okay, 3 rooms.
Just two rooms, but for 3 people.
Two rooms for 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So so she gives you, like sets you up for like, she writes down 2 rooms, and she like gestures you towards the back of the room that you're in, and there's a kind of like large bar area. And she's like, if you go over there, my father will assign you your keys and your rooms. I'm simply here to just to like take note of what people are entering.
I was kind of half bound, like, thank you very much, and just walk over to the bar.
Right. Oh yeah, and oh yes. Also, she gave you like a note of she gave you like a little slip that had like
all right, cool. Yeah.
What rooms, like how many rooms you're looking for, and like she'd written down what ones to assign. So you're not just...
my wolf will obviously follow me in.
Mm-hmm.
Are people cool with that?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a little baby wolf. Like people aren't going to be like shitting themselves unless it was.
No. I'm meaning more. It's an animal.
Oh, inside? Nah, this is like ye olden times. People.
Yeah, but still, some people are kind of not okay with that.
You're in the middle. You're in the middle of the road tavern. If you were like,
they let half orcs in. Just putting that out there. Not
This is
racist.
by the administration process. I don't think health and safety is a huge concern.
right. So you walk up and there's a kind of a guy behind the bar who says,
I'll present him the slip and say, your daughter gave us this.
he looks down. He's like, right. So 2 rooms. Yep. He's like, okay, double beds. Is that all right?
Fine by me.
Okay.
I turn to the others. Is that okay by you?
I say it's fine by me.
Cool. Right. That'll be 4 silver a room. It's kind of looks up.
Others. Sounds fair.
Right.
Sounds fair. I just hand in this over.
Do those? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Do those what?
I was about to ask, do those come with an evening meal?
They do, and they come with breakfast as well.
Excellent. 4 silver's plenty.
Right. So, and he kind of like as he's kind of like handing over, he looks up at me. He's like, and he's kind of like squinting at you, being like, "Are you part of the journey thing? You part of that?"
Would not know what you're talking about, sir. We're merely travellers.
Fair enough. Just a lot of the kind of young girls are heading off on this journey thing, just kind of wondering. But I mean, fair enough. And then just kind of like goes back to his thing, like hands you your keys and then wanders off. So you guys have been assigned to 2 rooms. There's not that many rooms in this place, so they're like on the bottom floor, like just kind of down one of the side corridors.
Cool.
Cool, I jump up. He's given us the keys, right?
Yep.
I immediately grab one key and give it to Thunan and just be like, do what you want. And then just lead me around to the other room.
Right, I just kind of pocket that, and I just kind of get his attention. Barkeep is like, tell me of the gossip of this local place, and does it include a gnome that has 3 arms?
There's plenty of gossip around here. Gnomes with 3 arms. I don't know. You might be looking for the circus with that one.
Oh, well, there's about to be.
He looks. He's like as if he's kind of like counting your arms, being like 1, 2. Wait, what?
I just wink at him.
All right.
But then, in all seriousness, though, is there anyone who needs work done? Because we're poor as fuck, and I need some pigs and some grease.
I don't know. I mean, if you were to ask around town, there might be something happening. A lot of the people that are here that would do any kind of work have went to the city because you know that the Journey they Ascended thing's happening again. So, a lot of our kind of workers are heading off. My wife's up and one of my other daughters is up there just now providing catering for one of the inns there.
Fucking rich people, am I right?
Yeah, rich people. They're I mean, it pays the bills when they come back with all the money, but a bit of a pain in the arse to deal with them.
Well, I'm just looking for honest work for a pig wrestling entrepreneur.
Right. Don't know much about pig wrestling, but like I said, there might be some people around the town that could be looking for some work done.
Excellent. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem. You got your keys, yeah?
We did, sir.
Cool. Well, have a good night, and I'll see you for dinner later on.
Thank you. What time is it roughly, Graham?
Just now, it's like quite late. Like it would probably be dinner time, so like you could probably come for dinner whenever.
Yeah. Right. So I would head up to the room. I'd head up after Mira and Jonas.
Okay. Right. So
I'm gonna give my key back to one of those lot.
Right. Okay.
I'm not gonna need this where I'm going.
I'll take it off him.
Okay. So, yeah, like you get to the top, and Mira kind of looks at you guys like, so which room is to be mine?
And I just kind of gesture and say she can take her pick. However, there will be one of us in her room, just to not sleeping in the bed, obviously, just to make sure you're safe.
She kind of like
this is our first night. We would want to make sure it goes without a hitch.
she's looking about and she's like, I would much prefer if you were to stand watch outside, but I mean I'm not really accustomed to these things. No one said anything about having to share rooms. I thought I would have one myself. And she just kind of looks quite nervous and like isn't really sure what's going on anymore. She kind of like is kind of.
I just kind of like.
Would I have joined them at this point?
Yeah.
Mira, our name kind of pertains to our job. We're your protectors. What you have signed up for is a dangerous journey. As you said, you've heard in years gone by of protectors going missing, protectors of prospects not turning up at the end of their journey, and we are simply trying to ensure that you make it there. Unfortunately for yourself, I do agree with Jonas, and I feel that at least one of us should be perchance not watching you, but at least present in case of anything going wrong. Whether it's something going wrong with us or with it merely in the place that we're staying, we should always have someone on watch and ready to defend you.
Right. Well, are you still here or have you left?
I add in I can ensure that you won't even notice me being there, Mira.
That's what she's scared of.
This is literally like a 19-year-old girl who's never left home, and you're just like, yeah, just gonna stay in the room with you. Don't worry, it's fine. Just you go to sleep.
And then is she still looking kind of scared?
Oh yeah, she's shitting herself.
Okay, I'll be like, we've obviously overstepped the mark and frightened you. We did not mean to do so. You will of course have your own room, and we will stay guard outside.
If you will not let any of us in, at least let Nishoba stay with you. If anything goes wrong, his howls will waken me from wherever I am.
Alright. Oh yeah, she goes like, as you say that, she kind of looks down and she like kind of goes all like wide-eyed and is like, oh, of course, like, and just kind of like goes down and pets the wolf. But you can
wolf graciously accepts the petting.
Cool. Right. Oh yeah, she seems a lot happy with that, of like just staying with the dog, kind of like keeping guard on her. He's like, of course you, if you want, you can remain outside and keep watch. I don't know. I wouldn't feel it appropriate for protectors to be within the same room as me when I sleep. Not that I don't trust you. It's just I don't not yet know you.
I just kind of bow and point her into her room.
And I say, either way, dinner will be served soon. So pick your room, freshen up, and we will meet you downstairs.
Right, I'm gonna hook her up. I'm gonna write on a little bit of paper, alarm, and then I'm gonna cast ghost sound on that bit of paper, and then just like leave it on, I'm assuming like a bedside table or something in the room.
Okay.
And just tell her that if she's ever in trouble, because this dog doesn't look anything worth its salt, just press the button. I mean paper. And then just leave.
Okay, so like as you go to leave the room, you just hear like an alarm going off, and you turn around and she's like, touched it.
It works.
Yeah, she's like, she looks kind of like shocked, just like, oh, okay, alright, okay, thank you.
Like some big fucking like,
yeah, basically that goes off.
Just imagine the genie when he turns into a submarine to save Aladdin.
Yeah.
Auga.
Yeah, basically that. Alright, okay, so she's kind of like freshening up a bit. You guys just want to head straight down for dinner?
I would, yeah.
I will wait outside the door.
Okay.
I'd go
then
and find.
escort
I'd go
downstairs.
find a table in the
I need to fuel
a
up
discreet
for tonight's
location
debauchery.
downstairs.
So about 10 minutes later, she kind of comes back out and she's like lost a lot of her like ceremonial shit, and she's just kind of wearing fairly standard looking clothes, nothing too fancy, nothing too ridiculous. You notice that she's got on like a kind of like a woven kind of chest piece thing. I need to find the exact descriptions of things so I can remember. This might take a while. I'm basically just going to say she's got a kind of woven, it's like a kind of almost emerald green looking kind of like woven chest piece thing that she's got on.
Okay.
And then she's got on a large kind of like belt with like dwarven runes on it, kind of like symbols on it, and then she's got a kind of like a long woolen kilt thing going down to the floor. And
Strikes me as odd, but she's an elf-ish wearing something dwarf-ish. Shouldn't she have like burst into flames by now?
no. What? I don't like. Are you asking her this?
I'm asking the party because I
Right.
haven't really had a lot of I haven't gleaned a lot of knowledge from any dwarves or elves, but I don't think they get on very well.
I'm sure she has her reasons. It's not our place to judge.
Oh, it is my place, and I'm judging it thoroughly.
For any kind of like background, like pure elves, like just like pure blooded elves, are extremely kind of actually. Well, Porno, you could probably explain. You know this.
Yeah, so pure-blooded elves are really, really rare, my friend. They were once part of my greater clan, but many, many years ago there was a falling out. Religious matters, unless you wish, I will not go into them further. But the elves left to set up their city, and since then, I've never seen other than the one that we met in the capital. I've never seen a full-bred elf. We sometimes get runaways, halves that have maybe been cast aside by their family, but that is as close as we've ever got. The elves don't seem to mix very well with others.
Yeah. So yeah. So Mira basically comes out and she's like, "Shall we go for dinner? Should we go?" And
It's just Soulsboots though.
is it? Have you guys left?
Yeah, me and Will went downstairs.
All right, cool. So yeah, she comes out and Salisbury, you're kind of like standing. Salisbury, can you roll a perception check?
Can indeed. Just let me see what I've got on my. 13.
Yeah, you kind of like as she comes out, you notice that she's got a couple of like jewels and stuff on her. So she's got a kind of large necklace with a kind of large kind of white opal looking stone in the middle of it, and then to her side she has a small I don't know how I would describe it. It's basically like a small kind of like, it looks almost like a kind of small scepter thing, but it's like got a very, very small handle and a small kind of like rounded orb at the top. And she's kind of got that down on her side.
Would I know roughly how much that would be worth?
The
Due to my previous background.
necklace is probably worth a decent amount, but the little kind of like the thing on her side, probably not that much. It's maybe worth like 5 gold, which I suppose could be quite a lot for some people, but like in terms of like a rich person who's got a lot, it's not.
I just kind of mentioned to her that the jewelry she has on may not be best. Sorry, why am I? So I just go, Mira. The jewelry you have on might not be the best place for it. How should I put it? I think the worth of those 2 items might be able to buy this whole tavern, and that sometimes sends some individuals into more aggressive behavior.
I mean, you might as well hang a sign on her saying, "Rob me, I'm rich."
You're not there, you can't say that.
He just happens to be mentioning it to you downstairs. She's like, okay. Well, she goes to take the necklace off, and she's like like she goes back in her room, puts it back, and when she comes back out, you notice she still has the thing like at her side, but she doesn't have any other jewelry on at all now.
I just kind of look inquisitively at what she has at her side, and
she looks down. She's like, "Oh, this." Oh, she's like, "This is my family heirloom. I wouldn't leave it at all. As much as I wouldn't trust it to go missing. This has more worth to me than any other thing I have on me."
I was like, "Oh, well, in that case, I greatly understand the worth of family heirlooms. However, I would, again, that is worth price-wise a lot of money to some people in this area. So you might want to hide it on your person a bit better."
All right. She kind of like moves it inside a small bag that she's got on her. I'm trying to find a picture of it because I did find one. It basically looks like a little kind of like wooden flower thing. So it kind of looks like if you imagine like a kind of like almost like a bouquet, like not a bouquet of flowers, like it's like a rod with a kind of like flower, like a wooden flower on the top of it, and then a small like jewel in the center, and that's it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she kind of like hides it inside her bag and starts heading downstairs.
So is that quite like hidden now?
Yeah.
Okay, I just kind of follow her. That's fine. But then I also, yeah, that's fine.
Heading downstairs, you see the other two that are currently sitting like at a table already. Got a waiter over to them. And I quickly says, so basically the waiter thing to you like, welcome. Can I take your order? Whatever you wish, and like hands you like a small bit of paper that has like 4 things written on it.
What's on the paper?
There's like meat, more meat, and then something that probably would be or should be a vegetarian option, but has meat in it.
I take the one that says more meat.
Right. Okay. So you've basically got the one that's like meat with a side of meat.
I'm gonna take the vegetarian one that has meat in it because I like the deception.
Right. Okay.
I'll just take the base meal.
Okay. Cool. Right. So, you're all sitting around. Oh, by the way, Mira just like takes whatever. She's like,
I asked if it would make her more at home if she had something to drink.
Yeah. So the guy's like, "Do you wish ale? We have ales, beers. Do you wish anything like that?" And she's like,
I'm gonna caution that she not drink anything.
Yeah, she's just wants water, but whatever you guys want.
Those 3 dudes watching some other chick get drunk has landed me in trouble before.
The guy just right. The guy kind of looks down as if it's the first time he's realised that his 3 dudes drinking with some young girl, and is like, yeah, and then just kind of walks like goes like, "I'll bring 4 waters," and walks off.
I just laugh and I'm like, I like this dude.
Cool. So you have your meal. You get your meals and everything. And during it, Mira doesn't really say anything. Just kind of keeps looking around at you guys and kind of like listening to whatever you're talking about. And so, and it's just kind of like generally kind of trying to be quite inquisitive of what's on. Yeah, she's not really asking anything unless she's like provoked.
I turned to ask her and yeah, I'll be like, so Mira, could you tell us anything more about your well, what kind of, sorry, this is a total random aside. Where are we roughly in the tavern? Are we in like our own little like bit of it, or are we like right in the open?
No, you're downstairs in one of the rooms off the kind of one that you came into, and it's just a load of kind of small tables sat around, and at the other end there's a kind of door that leads off into the kitchen.
So we can have like a private conversation without anyone really overhearing.
There's a couple of people in the room, but yeah, unless you're shouting, they're probably not going to.
Yeah. So in a slightly like softer tone of voice, I ask, I'm just like, so would you be able to give us any further information on your sponsor? As obviously they are the first people we should go and meet.
And she's like, "Why, of course. I was sponsored by a high shaman of Dwarven Orders, Yenrig Cairn. He's in a town just outside of Belgar called Nilvar. Heading.
Interesting.
What's his name again? Sorry, just trying to write this down.
Yenrig Cairn. Yenrigirn.
And what town is he in?
Ilvar. Nihil apostrophe EAR.
Jesus Christ, Graham.
Hey man, they're dwarfs. They don't give a fuck about your.
Apparently not. I was just. How do you come to know Yenrik Cairn?
She kind of like looks around, quite. I don't know. She's kind of like looking to see not looking around the room, like looking at the table. It kind of looks at you in turn, and then it's just kind of like it says, "Well, I actually have a slight confession to. As I said before, I'm from Fjolgar, but fortunately I was not. And then she's kind of like looks down, and then kind of looks back up to see if MD's like glaring at her angrily.
I'm just kind of like inquisitively looking at her.
Right, she's like, says, I'm originally from a place called Port Cairn. It's very north of Valos. I understand this would be further in your journey. I don't happy with this. I didn't want to mention it sooner because I felt that perhaps if once we get to know each other, you'd be more accepted to go end of the journey. It just starts kind of like babbling on a bit and just kind of like trailing off mid-sentence.
Mira,
really know.
Mira, are you telling us that you wish to visit Port Cairn?
As the requirement of the journey, we have to visit my parents there. I was taken when I was much younger and trained as a prospect. I apologise that I'm not Balasar. I'm sure you would have a prospect who's been raised in capital.
Mira, I didn't take this task because I thought it was going to be easy. So all you're doing is adding a bit more excitement to our pretty much dull lives.
This is still much better than a Jonas Brothers concert.
Exactly. Don't know who they are, but they sound dull.
And in fairness, we had to go to Falagar anyway to meet your sponsor, so it really makes no difference.
I'm glad that you're so accepting of this. I was most worried about abandoning me.
Oh, of course not. We have been assigned as your protectors. We're not just abandoning you.
Plus, if we get to go to Port Cairn, I might see Peggy again.
She's gonna look.
You know
I just turn and I'm like,
She looks at you. She's like, I have a cousin called Peggy.
Does she have one leg?
Didn't last I saw her.
Was she a prostitute?
I hope not.
It might be a different person. Don't worry yourself.
Okay.
I'm sure Peggy is fine.
She left Port Cairn when she was like 2. Like she was kind of
this
like
one is fine
2 or
too.
3.
Too old.
Too old. 2. Too old.
But that wouldn't
old.
might be good use.
Yeah, she kind of like after this, she seems a bit kind of happier, as if this has been kind of weighing on her mind quite a bit. As if it's kind of been something that she's kind of thought about since she left. Bring it up because
I'll turn to ask him, Mira, is there anything else you wish to share with us that you may not have told us before?
she kind of just looks at you. She's like, "No, nothing really. I'm just a kind of simple girl that has been, just trained to be a prospect. This is what my life has been up until this point."
Tell us about that, Mira. Obviously, I know of the training that the high priestesses of the Val Mailer receive, but I know very little about the training that other prospects receive.
Well, I would assume my training was theirs at all. Mine was more in ways of being courtesy and etiquette and all the things required of a lady.
Right, at the mention of being a lady, I get up and leave. I go to the bar.
Fair enough. Right.
Mira, I'm sure that your training was a little bit more intense than just learning to be a lady. There's a lot asked of these of prospects, and we are now prospects and protectors. So I feel that it's okay for you to share such things.
she's looking down. She's like playing with her food, and she's like, I've simply just had training. We had physical training, if that's what you wish. Nothing in terms of combat, but I am up for traveling, and I will be able to travel at an adequate pace, and we'll be able to make the journey. She's kind of like going off on all these things that she.
Mira, our job is to protect you. Our job is to look after you. Our job is to keep you safe. I don't feel we are adequately equipped to do that unless we know everything that you can do. Because if in the middle of a fight, hopefully there will never be one, but in case that ever happens, if suddenly something happens that I don't expect to come from you, I will probably not assume it came from you. So we need to know what you're capable of so that we can protect you to our fullest extent.
I am capable of no more than ordinary girl.
Perfect.
Well, what are you doing at the bar?
Asking the barkeep about if there are any ladies of the night that frequent this tavern or others in the local area.
He's kind of like, when you first ask him, he's kind of like, I don't know. He kind of like leans forward towards you, like or he does like a kind of hushing motion and leans forward towards you, being like, there may be those that are within this town, but we speak of openly.
Interesting. Right, I'm just gonna push my pint along the bar, and then I'm just gonna press the detonation and like weak it back to my other hand, and just see if he looks impressed or not.
Like kind of, he's kind of like, that's an interesting trick you have there. I see what this is in aid of.
Oh, can you do it?
No,
I think so.
Yeah. He just kind of like continues cleaning a glass, being like, this is all I can manage.
You want to see something cool?
Sure.
Right. Are there any like mildly attractive looking women like on the bar?
On the bar, no.
Like customers, not like on the bar, not like a dancing bar or anything. Are they like in the 10-foot vicinity of me?
On a scale of 1 to 10, what are you looking for?
Nothing major. I'm not digging for diamonds. Like anything above a 2 will probably do.
Alright, okay. There's a couple of girls who are like off in the corner of the room that you're in, kind of eating, who look about kind of like mid-30s, and are kind of.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just go, watch this, and I just cast sleep on them from across the bar.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Hang on. Okay, they both fall asleep.
And I just like wink
Like,
at the bar.
no, hang on. So, one of them kind of like sways slightly, and then just kind of like falls forward, and her face goes straight into her food. And the other one just kind of like is mid sentence and doing like a gesture, and like waves her arm up in the air, and then falls straight off the chair.
And I just look at the bartender and then wink and be like, but you can't do that.
He's like, sir, I feel as if I would be imprisoned if I was to continue doing that.
And so will I, which is why I'm going back to my friends. Goodbye.
Just to let you know, that was my role to see if I noticed it was him that made them fall asleep.
Spotted it.
Excellent. I just shake my head and I say, ah! So is that how you get the women then?
Oh, no, not usually. It was just an impressive trick. However, you might want to address the one who's face down in her soup, because she might drown.
Am they going to go and move her? Because she will
I
drown.
just chuckle at it. I'll leave her. That was a comical trick.
Like, well, this is
I make a whistling noise, and Nishoba kind of ponders over and just like headbutts her in the side of the head and moves her face out of the soup.
Wait, so this wolf goes along, jumps up on a table, and headbutts some woman?
Yep.
From you whistling?
Yep.
Right.
I'm imagining it was a long and varied pitch whistle.
Yeah, it's like,
Was.
I'm not going to do it because it's Skype, but it had like eyes and nose
That is
that
precisely
spoke
why
to
I
the
did
wolf.
not do it.
Yeah, it
Like
had.
giant Guardians of the Galaxy with a magic stick.
It also came with like a head nod.
Of course. The wolf understood. I would say it more kind of walked over and then like pulled at her leg until her head like flopped out of the.
No. it hopped on the table and pushed
Right.
her head out of the soup bowl.
Okay, of course, right, fine, why not?
Well, that's sorted. I mean, I'm all for a good slap and tickle, but that's murder is just that's right out.
Right, okay,
That's
as the
justified.
wolf kind of like, as the wolf pulls her out,
As is the number 5, it was right out.
right, okay, so you guys finished your food, and you've, harassed some of the patrons. So, at this point, like, it's up to you guys what you want to do. Mira's just kind of has finished her food and has like literally just been sitting like cooking a small bit of meat on the plate for like the last 5 minutes or so, just kind of not really.
I stand up, say I will see them all in the morning, and then head out of the tavern. Obviously, leaving Nishoba beside Mira after kind of like indicating that he's to stay with her.
I turn to Mira and ask if she would, if she looks like she's had enough to eat, and ask if she would like to return to her room.
And she, like, as you say that, she kind of looks up as if like she's been waiting for someone to ask, and she's like, "Oh yes, please. I'd much like to return. I'm quite exhausted from our travel."
And I say, of course, and I just kind of, and like, Mira, just in future, if you wish to do anything, just let us know, and we are here to provide for you. We're not here to just ferry you around. So please just ask, and we will do the best we can to facilitate.
You guys have walked like 30 miles or so, by the way.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna say this doesn't add up. Actually, no, 30 miles is a fair schlep. Although throughout an entire day,
Yeah, it was in, like from morning till now.
shitty pace for 30 miles.
So I just lead Mira up to her room.
Cool. So she heads in, and is like the wolf with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It would have followed her.
Yeah. So like she kind of like lets the wolf in first, and then closes. Like and then like before she closes it, she's like I would assume you'll be waiting here if I need you.
I just kind of nod my head and I'm like, yes.
Okay. So she turns around and she's like, "Thank you, protector," and then so yeah. What? I think the only person that I don't know what's doing is what are you?
I'm just gonna sit about at the bar. I'm not getting turbo drunk. I'm just trying to kind of gauge any of the locals who kind of sit and talk shit with me and find out if anyone needs anything doing, really.
Okay. So
I maintain my cover as a pig wrestling entrepreneur.
your cover. Alright. So a few hours pass within the tavern. Nothing that eventful's happening. Until it gets to kind of like 10 or 11 at night, so like quite kind of beginning to get quite late. I'm not sure how drunk you actually are, whether or not you're like actually drinking, because you are a gnome, so you're drunk fairly quickly.
I'm pretty experienced. I think I know my limits, and it's not like I'm pounding shots.
Right. You're literally you're
I
drinking.
would be nursing a beer for
Right.
a substantial amount of time.
Cool. Okay. So, about 11 or so, like 2 or 3 people come into the bar, all kind of looking to be fairly, I don't know, 40, 50-ish, like kind of all kind of like older men, and then walk up to the bar and just kind of walk up next to you and are like, "Barkeep, get us the usual." And he comes over, gives
It's
them
gonna
3.
be under my breath, just like too old.
So they kind of get their drinks, and then one of them looks at you, he's like, "You're a funny looking person." He's like, "Hey, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's got like a weird shirt and everything on." They all just start kind of like looking around you, as not really seen a gnome who's not been someone of them.
I'm just gonna kind of get up on my little bar stool and start to like flex my little tiny pathetic arms in like various like muscular poses, of which I have very none.
Okay, they all feel like fairly impressed. Please.
Right, then I'm gonna prestidigitation the guy who chatted to me and weak his trousers down to his ankles.
Right. Okay. So, yeah.
Do you have to resist that, or does that work?
Oh, he's not really expecting his trousers to fall down, so I don't think, like,
Right, then when it happens, and be like, "Ho, it seems I'm not the only funny little fellow," and just point at his probably pathetic penis.